First thing on the agenda is the investigative hearing on the dog bite occurring, the date of the incident was 10/11 of 2020.
Was there anybody, you said there was somebody dialing in for
Tracy
this?
Mulligan will be calling in any minute now.
Okay.
She'll be dialing right now.
There's something in the packet.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You didn't put the password on here for the dial-in number. 1915. I think it asked for it. I'm not positive.
She has the password.
Oh, she does? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's there. Duh.
So
There. I just skipped it.
I'll just briefly summarize
Okay.
the contents of this document.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Hi, who just joined?
It's Tracy Mulligan, Animal Control.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you.
Okay. So to briefly summarize the matter, there was an incident on October 11th where a dog got loose from a property on Cemetery Road, attacked a sheep at the farm across the street. It required veterinary attention. The animal control officer in the Bennington County Sheriff's Department were summoned to the incident site. The owner of the animal, or of the dog, paid this veterinary bill at the time of the incident. At which point the animal control officer requested proof of vaccination, proof of license, and noted to the dog owner that the dog must be quarantined for 10 days for rabies control. She has not complied with any of these orders, and after she didn't comply with the order initially, she was sent a letter noting the date of this hearing. She could have appeared. Let the record show that she was not here. And I interviewed a number of neighbors. I can also attest, and I have a letter on file stating this, that people on my property witnessed at least part of this incident. And the neighbors adjacent to the dog owner all universally stated that this animal has been seen repeatedly at large in the area of the home, trespassing on other people's property. It also killed a rooster on neighbor's property at a previous date, or a date prior to this bite incident. So that all brings us to the point why we're here. There was a bite incident. You're all here because we need to decide whether the bite incident occurred, and decide on a finding of that, and also decide on a finding of whether the dog was indeed running at large on a regular basis based on the reports of the neighbors. Tracy, do you have anything else to add to this?
Yes, I would go back and say history is very important. I did not recognize this woman at the onset. She very much recognized me, kicked me off her property, would not speak to me. I did not have an opportunity to tell her about quarantining, etc. She said she would speak only to the officer. So the name had sounded familiar. In checking my records, I twice in July of the 2018, I picked up a dog. She apparently lived up at the top of Cemetery Hill there. I think it's, no, I'm not sure of the name. I was going to say Joyce Lonergan. I'm not certain. She had a dog there. Somebody paid for the neighbor, found the dog, reported it to me. It had no ID on it. She got somebody to pay for the impound fee on the dog at that point. I don't recall if I collected license. I think it was licensed in Bandgate at that point. And shortly thereafter, I ended up with the dog again, notified her, and she agreed to surrender the dog because she didn't have any money. So that's where her attitude comes from. So she has a history of being an irresponsible dog owner. I did check with the neighbors whose cat was harassed who live across the road there, and they said that they have seen the dog since then, but not running at large. I went by today and looked up on the deck where they said she's out very frequently, and I have pictures of her up there on the deck. I also have pictures of the injury to the sheep. And I checked with Robin today to see if they have licensed the dog. She's not heard anything from them. So they're not in any kind of compliance, and belligerently so. And the letter that we sent them gave them the alternative to fining to be to surrender the dog to a town agent or an approved rescue or shelter, and apparently nothing's been heard, or we would pursue in a court of law. So they have 2 dogs, neither one is licensed. I guess that's pretty much everything that I could add to it. This wasn't the second attack on the same sheep, I would add. And they were aware of the first one. Anybody have any questions? Did I miss anything?
Anyone on the board have any questions?
I don't think I have any right at this very second, but give me a minute to digest.
So, Nick, we need to determine whether this incident occurred.
Correct. It is a determination that a bite incident occurred.
And I would say, I read the document that was sent and I've heard the remarks now, and the owner is not here to provide an alternative version of events despite having been notified. That's correct? So I would say, based on the information before us, since we have testimony from 2 town officials and the officer that was present at the time was involved, and we have information from neighbors, I would have to say that I believe that this dog bite incident of a dog biting a sheep did occur, and that animal is not vaccinated and licensed.
This is Tracy again. I did leave out something important. I did get a call from the owner of the sheep, from Jerry Skidmore, that he was out there with this dog attacking his sheep, and I'm only a mile and a half away. I hopped in the car as soon as I got the message, went down there. He had shot around the dog trying to deter it, not wanting to even shoot the dog. It was in the tree line. I witnessed the red and white husky jump over the fence out of the sheep pasture towards Warbrook Road, ran up towards the owner's yard and right through it and up to the next yard and up into the cemetery. And when I went over and confronted the child in the yard, the man drove in and he yelled at the children and told them to go get I won't go into the explicatives. It was pretty bad. They finally went and found the dog. So I did witness the dog in the field, and I certainly saw the damage, and I've seen this kind of damage before, unfortunately. So I don't think there's a question on their dog having done it, especially in light of the fact that Jerry Skidmore witnessed the dog doing it the first time.
Right. I just want to be.
Sorry, I forgot to add that.
No, that's really good. I just wanted to be clear as to whether we need to make a motion for the finding of fact, or what do we need to make at this time?
I think that would be appropriate.
And I agree with your analysis of the situation.
Okay, then I would like to make a motion that this incident of dog biting livestock did occur. Do I need to identify that in some way? Because you just are talking about
You can just
the 10/11.
The incident that occurred.
The incident of a dog biting livestock did occur on October 11th in Arlington. I make a motion to find that the incident of a dog biting livestock did occur in Arlington on October 11th.
I'm Matt Bykowski. I'll second that.
Motion was made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to find,
Recording has stopped.
I don't know why that happened, but we'll fix it. Keep going.
all right, tell me when it's back on.
Just a minute.
Bear with us. We're
Recording is on.
difficulties.
Sorry, I don't know why that happened.
The motion was made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt Bykowski to determine the facts in the case and that the dog incident had happened. The owner of the dog was offered the opportunity to appear and present her case and has apparently chosen not to join either live or via Zoom, or via the 8x8. So, is there any further discussion?
I got nothing to discuss, it just as a point of further evidence, as I review the Bennington County Sheriff's Patrol logs, he indicates that he also responded to the dog bite on 10/11/2020, which is additional evidence.